Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, if I sounded a little weird because I was hitting the stretch real quick, I have to do that at times. It feels good for the soul and things. But anyways, no, what I wanted to overall talk on is what console should you overall buy in 2025? A PlayStation 5 Pro or an Xbox Series X? And you know what's funny to me? That the only new console that Xbox has released was the digital consoles. PlayStation, on the other hand, I mean, yeah, in a way they did do the same exact thing, but here's my problem with PlayStation's new console, and then I guess like with Xbox, I can't really say that I have an issue with their console, but I will say this much. This episode is inspired by a recent issue that I had done discovered with my PlayStation 3. I'm going to talk on that in a moment, but no, I wanted to overall talk on the two new consoles because if so, like, let's say if you wanted to get a disc version of an Xbox, they have that, and it ain't no different than the new digital Xbox. But if you wanted to get the new PlayStation Pro, which is, hold on for a second, let me bring up the stats and things, or what's the difference between the PS5 and PS5 Pro, because there really ain't that much of a difference, but they oh no, they don't even count the OG PS5 because they have like the PS5 Slim. But no, what I was more so trying to look up. Okay, let me just look up PS5 Pro because I'm pretty sure they have the Best Buy page. Best Buy has like a deep in depth thing when it comes down to their like devices and all that stuff. I know, like, I'll go to their website if I am looking up something. I'll check out Best Buy and look at some of the specs and things of it. But anyways, all right, so it really ain't much of a difference. And matter of fact, it's actually a more of a letdown than it is with the OG PS5, because so I have the OG PS5. I have the very first PS5, and it comes with the, well, it was, so let me correct myself. I have the disc version of the PS5. I didn't get the digital because I'm like, I know there's gonna be games that I buy that I'm not gonna like. And if you guys don't know about PlayStation's refund policy, and that might be something that you might consider, like you buy a game and you don't like it. So on Xbox, how it's set up, they have it where you can't just get too many refunds. So that's why I would personally recommend, if you are looking for a console, definitely get a disc version. So if there is a game out there, like I know that they are trying to push more games to be released digitally, but there are going to be some games that you buy, like if it's like NBA 2K or WWE 2K or Madden, or let me think, Call of Duty. Like there might be some games out there that you ain't really a fan of. So with the digital version, they do have it where you can get your money back in case if you don't like it. You're like, oh, I don't like Call of Duty, or I'm not having fun with this. It's just more so focused on Warzone, or, it's not that same Call of Duty that I once played when I was younger and stuff. Yeah, Xbox has a much more, or I should say Microsoft, they have a much more better refund policy than Sony and PlayStation, because PlayStation, they have it set up as soon as you play the game. And let's say it's a game that's like buggy, glitchy, don't work, crashes on you, sends you back to the main menu, whatever the case may be. As soon as you start that game up, you no longer can get your money back. And I don't know why PlayStation, and so they have it set up where if you haven't played the game, then you can get your money back. But as soon as you start that game up, because it was the one game, Black Myth Wukong, I knew I wasn't going to play that game anymore after I got stuck on, like, I think it was pretty much like the first official mission of the game, and they have it set up where you can't even get your money back because you done played. And the thing is this, I know I played the game less than 2 hours. I know I had the game less than 2 weeks, and they still had it set up where I couldn't get my money back. So that's why I was like, no, never again will I buy a game digitally on PlayStation. I will buy a physical copy, because that's what I did with Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, that's the thing. Like, I knew I was going to like the game, but at the same time, I didn't really know what the game was about. I didn't know if it was going to be on some stuff like, oh, well, let's make this another Elden Ring simulator, or let like, just have it where it's mad difficult and you can't progress. Yeah, in Monster Hunter Wilds, like, you can't progress through that game. So I'm like, okay, cool. But that's the thing, though, where it's like, I don't understand the whole, like, just refund policy where you have it set up that way. It's like, obviously, I got to play the game. Then that's the crazy thing about it. So Xbox, I think they have where you can play demos of games, and you don't have to, I don't think you have to be subscribed to Xbox to try out I should, hold on for a second. Let me look that up real quick to see if you have to. Do you have to have a Xbox membership to play demos? Let me see something real quick. No, so you don't need an Xbox Game Pass subscription to play demos and trials. PlayStation, you have to. You have to be subscribed to PlayStation Plus in order to try out demos and trials of video games. And I find that messed up where I'm like, so if you want to test out a video game and they do have a demo of it, and that's why I would recommend, again, get an Xbox. But if you, I guess, if it's a situation where you do want to get a PlayStation 5, then I would highly recommend you watch people's Twitch streams, watch YouTube videos, TikToks. You do as much research as you possibly can on a video game before you jump out and buy it, buy the physical disc version of PlayStation 5, so at least then you ain't stuck with a game. But yeah, they have it set up on Xbox where you can play the game, play a demo, and you don't have to be subscribed to no membership. Like, they have its own little section of demos and stuff. So and then if you are subscribed to Xbox Game Pass, they even have it where, so if you, I think it's the ultimate membership, where it also lets you play some EA games, and so not early access, but like the Electronic Arts, that EA. So they do have it set up where you can even play trials of like their newest games that's coming out, because it was the college football, Madden. They actually had one, and I was like, I should have tested it out, but I mean, I did like the game, but Dragon Age the Veilguard, so they do have that. And I think I wish they would have added the Ubisoft Connect. I mean, it's like, you guys is raising the prices. I'm like, you might as well just add it in there where I can play the Ubisoft games for free too. But yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm like, Xbox, it has its downfalls too, but I wouldn't say it's as bad as PlayStation. I'm like, PlayStation, on the other hand, they have it set up where, so to just even talk on that real quick, switching over to talking on the benefits of being subscribed to either PlayStation Plus or Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass, any game that Microsoft owns, so like, yeah, the newest Call of Duty, Halo, Forza, Horizon, and Motorsport. Let me think of some other Xbox games. Gears of War. Any game that's owned by Microsoft, you can play that game day one of it being released. And I'm like, you even have it where there was the one big popular game, Power Worlds, where they added that to the Xbox Game Pass. And I'm like, fam, I was very close to buying that game, but I seen that it was on the Xbox Game Pass. I was like, oh, okay, well, cool. I saved myself some money, but it's a good game. It's one of those things where it's like, you appreciate Xbox Game Pass and all the things that it comes with versus PlayStation Plus. They have, there's games that PlayStation owns, like God of War, Spider-Man, I'm trying to think, Gran Turismo. They have it set up where you still have to buy those games. You don't even get those games on sale, even if you are subscribed to PlayStation Plus. Like, you actually have to buy those. So on top of the membership, which is pretty much the same price as Xbox, and I know people are trying to say that, Xbox Game Pass is more expensive than PlayStation Plus. I'm like, yeah, because you're getting more with it. And it ain't even let me just see the Xbox Game Pass prices. Join. So they got, all right, so there's that, and then PlayStation Plus prices. Okay, so all right, so let me see what they have set up, or if they have like a thing where it goes over. Okay, so they got Ultimate, which is so wait a minute, so they got both. So yeah, it's still $19.99 a month, and you get the Xbox Game Pass on both Xbox and PC. So in case of down the road you do end up getting a PC, you can you can play games on there for at no extra cost and things. Console, same business. It's $19.99 for the Ultimate, and then so it's the same thing for all of them. PlayStation Plus, and that's the thing, PlayStation Plus, they don't have no app or anything that you can play on your PC, so you have to have like a PlayStation Plus, and you can only play the games on PlayStation Plus on your PlayStation. And then I'm gonna talk on the games that they have on both, but anyways, and PlayStation's Plus, their membership, no, that's not what I wanted to look at. Premium, see you're available. Okay, so they have it where 1 month it's $17.99. So that's the I think that's premium. And then they have like different things. So they have Essential, which is the cheapest membership, Extra, Premium. Premium will pretty much be their version of Ultimate, like how it is on Xbox Game Pass. But anyways, So their PlayStation Plus Premium also includes game catalog. So yeah, they have like a lot of different games, but it's Xbox is kind of the same way too. They got a lot of games on there that I don't really know about and things, but online multiplayer, cloud storage, Ubisoft classics, not Ubisoft Connect, so it's only the classic video games, not the newer Ubisoft games. I guess after some years done pass, then it'll get added to the classics. Exclusive discounts, exclusive content, monthly games, share play, and Sony Pictures catalog. Oh, I wonder if that means like movies and stuff. But I don't know. Like I know when I go on my PlayStation, I don't go on there to watch movies. I'll have to see about that and things. But yeah, and but that's the thing though. They don't have it set up where you can play any of the newer games. So like, let's say you're like, oh, I want to get the PlayStation Plus and play Spider-Man. That's why I would recommend you check first and see if it is on there before you do go out, because I know a lot of people that might be a little bit misleading. You know, you go out and buy a PlayStation and you thinking that, oh, well, if Xbox got their games on the Xbox Game Pass, then PlayStation got to have their games on PlayStation Plus. No, it's not set up that way. And that's the thing where it's like they have games on there where it's like some of them are like okay titles, but I'm like, fam, y'all can do better than that, you know? And then that's another thing. So I know people are probably asking like, so what kind of games, like, do they have more so talking console wise? Do they have like PlayStation, is it just PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 and 5? Do they have like any older titles? So to explain that, so they have been doing this like remastering of games where they have been making them where you have to subscribe to the premium membership, and then you could play some of the games. I think it's, if not some, I think it's all of the like old PlayStation, like, so they have like Twisted Metal for an example, where they have like a newer version of it, but you have to be subscribed to the premium, so you have to be subscribed to the highest tier membership in order to play some of the classics. Then they have some games on there that was only available on the PlayStation 3. They haven't remastered those games. You have to be playing, so you have to be connected online. It ain't like, so like, let's say how on Xbox, like if there's an Xbox 360 game that doesn't require online access, you could still play that game. But with PlayStation, you have to be connected online at all times in order to play one of the PlayStation 3 games that they have. So they have it set up where, and I think that's that like that cloud storage or cloud play or whatever. But yeah, that's how you overall have to play a PlayStation 3 game. Versus on Xbox, they have it where you can play Xbox, original Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S games. And you don't have to, and it ain't on some stuff where it's like you gotta be playing. They do have cloud play on there. But yeah, if you wanted to download the game, and that's one thing that I do like about Xbox, where they have it where even with the classic games, you can download them. And they on some stuff where it's like, oh, you gotta be subscribed to their highest membership. I don't even think you have to be subscribed to the membership if you have an Xbox. So they do have it where there's like games, and I wish they would add more games to the backwards compatible list, because there's a lot of different games that I have on 360 that I can't play on the Xbox Series X. But there are some games on there that they do have where it is playable on the Xbox Series X, and they don't have it set up where it's like there's the one video game, Fuel for an example, where you don't have to be subscribed to Xbox Game Pass to play that game. If you have it on disc, you download it and you start playing it. So it's they're looking at it as like you own that game, you can play it however you want to play it and stuff. Versus PlayStation, like let's say for an example, if I wanted to, and I think it's even set up that way too. So like let's say if you're asking that question, well, if I have a disc version of that PlayStation 3 game on PlayStation Plus, can I just play it through disc? No PlayStation 3, 2, or 1 games on disc works on the PlayStation 5. Only PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games work on the PlayStation 5. Versus Xbox, you can, if you have a game on the original Xbox, like so Red Dead Revolver, that game is playable on the Xbox Series X. And then Fuel was an Xbox 360 game. That game is playable on the Xbox Series X. And then of course Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S games are, well, Xbox Series X, like any disc game is available and stuff on the and even digital, because there's games on there. There's some games that are playable on digitally, because I know there's the one game where I wish they would add that to well, I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with my Xbox 360, so like there are still some games that I can play, but I just think that it's always just been an Xbox thing where it's like Xbox is more of a gaming system and PlayStation is more of an entertainment system. Because I'm like, I mean, like you look at their membership, they worried about movies, and I'm like, fam, people are trying to play a game. Like I'll admit, like they do got like some cool just accessories, like the PlayStation Edge controller. It's a pretty good controller. And then I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's really about it. I don't know. I really don't pay too much attention to accessories and stuff. But I would have to say that's probably the only good thing about PlayStation is that they got the Edge controllers and stuff versus Xbox. They're like high end controller. I mean, it's all right, I guess, but it's not like it, yeah. I would have to say that's probably the only thing that PlayStation got like overall better than Xbox. But when it comes down to what's more so developed for gaming, I would say an Xbox is, because even when I like go back and play on my PlayStation 3 and then play my Xbox 360, they have it set up on, and I'm like, I don't know what's been going on, but anyway, so on my PlayStation 3, and this is what I was talking about earlier, that like the whole like this issue that I've been having. So there's this Tom Clancy game that I was trying to play called End War. So they have it set up where when I put the game in the console, because back then it wasn't like how it is now where you have to download a game and then do like all this extra stuff just to play. Like back then you just put a game in the console and just start playing it. I don't know what updates they done came out with where they done changed that on the PlayStation 3, but anyways, you put the game in the console, and for some odd reason, it's talking about I don't have enough memory. Meanwhile, I got 4 gigabytes of memory, and all they asking for is 12 megabytes, and I can't play it. And I've never had that issue on Xbox. Because I have the original Xbox, I have the Xbox 360, and I have an Xbox Series X. I've never had that issue unless like I actually don't have memory, because they'll show if you don't have enough memory, and they'll let you know like you gotta uninstall these games. PlayStation 3, they don't have it set up that way. And I'm trying to think, like, yeah, I have to say it's probably a little bit better now with the PlayStation 4 and 5s when it comes down to the memory stuff. But I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. You have memory, but yet you can't play this game. And so ended up having to buy Tom Clancy's End War on PC. Luckily, they have that game on sale on there. But yeah, I'm like, fam, that shouldn't be an issue. That shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, that's why I'm like, you know, it's stuff like that. Then when you just look at how PlayStation 5 is being ran versus the Xbox Series X, I feel like if all they just did, because way more games is playable on the Xbox Series X, and that's talking on old games and new games. PlayStation, on the other hand, I'm saying like they do got like some good titles on there, like Gran Turismo is good, Marvel Spider-Man, that's probably one of the best games that PlayStation has ever been behind. But other than that, I'm like, I don't see what other reason. But I mean, they're adding, well, except Gran Turismo, but I guess like if you did want to get a Gran Turismo experience, like they, even though like they have been well, I mean, PlayStation's done the same thing too, like with their old games. If you have it on disc, then then that'll be the only way of playing it and stuff. But no, like Gran Turismo, I think if they were to add that game on PC, and I think that's probably why like they're like, okay, let's keep it where we have some games on the PlayStation, and then have it where there's other games where it's like, yeah, you know, if it's a lot of people are behind the game wanting to be released on PC, because I'm saying like eventually it is gonna get to a point where it'll be like more games. Like, you know what I actually think, and I'm like, that's probably what's gonna end up happening, because I know Assetto Corsa Evo, I don't know, but well, here's the thing. I don't know what the issue is with that game. I'm like, they need to do more with that game. But I feel like when that game is fully developed and it's like it's none of that early access stuff, I feel like that's when PlayStation, they might try to push. It's gonna probably be some like desperate attempt of trying to get more players in Gran Turismo, and then they might end up releasing either 7 or a newer Gran Turismo game on PC. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fam, like, you got it where Xbox, I mean, yeah, I don't think Forza Motorsport is in a good state right now. At least on Xbox it is. Like, that's one thing that I have noticed. Like, there's an Xbox version of a game, and then there's a PC version of a game. And yeah, I think that even it's like that with PlayStation. I'm like, Spider-Man 2 was amazing on PlayStation 5. Like, there were some glitches and stuff. But from what I've seen with the PC version, that there's a lot of glitches on the PC version. So I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of waiting on that game to be a little bit in a more developed stage, because I don't think that game is, I don't think it's doing so hot right now on PC. But I think it's like that with a lot of different games and stuff. Like, they're not in a good state. Oh, actually, it is in a much more better state. It's in a mostly positive, and then in the recent reviews, it's very positive. Oh, okay, so I might have to repurchase that. Oh, and it's Steam Deck verified too, so that means that it should play pretty decent in things. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add that game to my wish list. Just they might hit me with a sale one day, so I'm like, nah, let me go ahead add that to my wish list, cause yeah, I'm like Spider-Man 2. That's just one of those games, you just gotta enjoy again and stuff. But anyways, yeah, but overall, like, long story short, Xbox, in my opinion, is a much more better console. Like, if you're looking for something gaming related, I mean, and it does have like its entertainment aspects. So like, if let's say you're all like, oh, I got a lot of different Blu-ray movies that I want to watch. Yeah, I believe movies are playable. Blu-ray movies, I think, yeah, Blu-ray and DVD movies are playable. I have to check and see, because I'm like, I do have some DVD movies. I'll have to just see what happens and stuff. But if it's not, then I know for sure. Hold on for a second. Let me just actually look it up real quick and see are DVD movies playable on Xbox Series X. It should be. Yes, you could play DVD movie. Oh, yeah, so it's like you'll need to install the Blu-ray app okay, to ensure DVD region codes match the console's region. Huh? What does that mean? I have to see about that, but there's like, to watch Blu-ray DVDs on your first. Okay, so it is playable and stuff. All right, cool. And I'm like, I imagine it, because I remember that was one big thing that when the PlayStation 3s had came out, they was like, oh, it's like Bluetooth, or not Bluetooth, Blu-ray compatible and stuff, so you could play all these different Blu-rays. And I'm like, fam, like, people are trying to play it. The crazy thing about it is that at one point in time, PlayStation was a much more better console than Xbox. Now, I know people they will want to bring that up, like, oh, PlayStation's sell out more, but I'm like, yeah, how many people then traded in an Xbox versus how many people then traded in or got rid of their PlayStation 5? That's one thing that I just actually recently heard, that the PlayStation 5 Pros ain't even really selling like that. And when you go into a store, like, you see them sitting on the shelves, and I'm like, at one point in time, these consoles was even available for purchase. So I'm like, you mean to tell me, like, if we went from that to, like, now you can see them on shelves for weeks? I'm like, nah, bruh, that's not normal to me. But anyways, yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, I just think that gaming wise, yeah, it's Xbox is a little bit better when it comes to gaming, entertainment, visuals, all that. Yeah, PlayStation might have Xbox beat out on that, but I think it ain't no different. I think, like, both run at 4K quality. I think PlayStation, they're trying to I think that's what the pro is that games are like native at 4K but can be like playable, or games like can be played at 8K or something like that. I don't know, but regardless of the fact, I'm like, fam, my thing is this: I don't care about like how realistic the visuals are. I'm just trying to have fun with my games. All right, so yeah, and I'm like, having it where there's all these different PlayStation games that exist. I'm saying that, like, if either one or the other had came out with and I think that should be something that should be developed, where it's an app. I'm like, fam, I might just be coming out with an idea, but I'm like, they should have an app on either. Well, Xbox, I feel like, is more app friendly. I don't really see too many. Well, they probably do have apps that you can download on PlayStation. It's just I don't really be seeing them like that and things. But anyways, no, they should have an app though where you can play like all the games and stuff. I wonder if Xbox, hold on for a second, does Xbox Series X have emulation support? Let's just see something real. Yes, while Microsoft doesn't officially allow emulators in its store, you can enable develop mode on the Xbox and install and run emulate. Oh, okay. I'll have to check. Oh, with developer mode enabled, you can install emulators from various consoles, including PlayStation 2, GameCube. Oh, wow. I'll have to definitely check that out and see. To enable develop mode, you'll need to sign up for dang, why you gotta pay $19? All right, I'll have to look into that and things. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Yeah, once again, go out and buy you an Xbox. It's much more better gaming wise. I guess, like, if you still want to buy a PlayStation, so actually, no, let me look that up real quick. So PlayStation 5 Pros, they cost $699, and that's the new digital PlayStation. Meanwhile, the Xboxes, to get disc or digital. They have where the original digital one is $2.99. Then the disc one, the one that I have, is $4.99. Do they have? Oh, and then the digital, the new digital Xbox is $4.49. So yeah, in my opinion, if you are looking for a digital console, like you ain't really worried about the disc and things, and you do want to get digital, yeah, Xbox is much more cheaper, and I feel like games play a lot better on there and stuff. So, anyways, yeah. With that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service, and peace.